Greetings, folks. This is Mason. Welcome to my home here in Southeast Florida. I retired here in 2021. I was married 35 years to the world's most beautiful woman. She passed away a couple of years ago, and now I'm dating for the first time in 50 years. Not really dating. I'm single for the first time in 50 years. And the scene has changed. There's some really strange things going on. I'm able to look now, 50 years past the things I saw in place to destroy the culture of America. And it starts with the family, that man and that woman coming together to work as a family issue. Because what happens when that man and woman are at each other's throats, the kids are under the control of government and entertainment. Back in the 60s, women lived. Women went to and protested for the right to work and to join things that men were doing. Men did not protest. Men did not demand that you go to work. We were happy where things were. Women were not happy. Well, a small group of loud women were not happy, and everyone else followed. And so women got liberated and went to work, and then we had latchkey kids that came home from school and mama wasn't there. They were there by themselves and their friends, and they turned on TV. And TV became the new parent. School became the new parent. The children learned the values of the school teachers and the entertainers on television. And mom and dad helped with homework, maybe. And then they started sending home separate books. Kept one book at school and had one book at home so your kids wouldn't have to carry those heavy, heavy books. That was their plan. See, they practiced on black folks because we were subject to America before the 1960s. We had to fight for our freedom. Before that, discrimination was pretty common and pretty understood and pretty accepted. And so Johnson came up with the Great Society. He was going to help the poor black people. I think that was an experiment that he and others had to see how to destroy the family. Not the black family, the family. And they used things on black folks to see what would take them apart. They took the man out. You could not get on welfare if daddy was in the house. So women started naming their babies after their father, not their husband, not the baby's father, but after the woman's father. Your mama's maiden name became your son's name, last name. So daddy didn't have anything to do with you parentally. So you have men that are now third generations changed from their fathers. Their name is the stepfather's name. That forced the man to change the way he looked at that family. And then you had the man unable to live in the home. They would come in, the welfare workers would come in, they would check. They say, I gotta go to the bathroom. And they go to the bathroom and check the medicine cabinet and see if there was shaving cream in there or male and man cologne in there or things indicating the man was around that house. And they would penalize that woman for having that man there. So women started camouflaging the men in their lives. Men started hiding. They started hiding from their families. Not participating. And what did they learn? They learned that if you destroy that man-female relationship, you destroy that family, and the kids will look to you and send their kids to you to be raised when they get older. So now, 50 years later, look at where we are. Our kids are in school being taught garbage. And we know it's garbage. And if you protest, the government comes and investigates you. How dare you come? You're a terrorist if you're going to look at us and say, we shouldn't teach your kids about sex. We should teach your kids the principles of America based on ourselves. They stopped teaching their kids script, writing in script, so that now they can't read the Constitution, they can't read the Bill of Rights, they can't read the founding documents, they can't read the Magna Carta. But the schools will give them a summary of what they say based on what the school wants. So now we have a whole generation, this generation in school right now, went through COVID, 2 and 3 years without going to classes, hiding their face from each other. Now they're told that men and women can go in the same bathroom. They're told that men and women can play the same sports. They're told that they can bring in males dressed like females, shaking their behind in front of their kids' faces. They have books talking about sex in detail, and the parents should not or could not respond against it. They will put you behind in jail some places if you actually come against the government. So now the Great Society has reached all of us, you white folks as well, and the Great Society has got us now at each other's throats. liberals and conservatives, let's not stop calling them liberals. Stop calling them conservatives. They're Republicans and Democrats. And if you start naming them that, you see clearly who's doing what to who. So now I'm single. I'd like to be married again. I had a great marriage. Absolutely, it was a love story. I like that comfort. But women and men are at each other's throats. So I have a question. Why, if God put us together, if God put man and woman together for the good, why is it so bad to find one? Why is it so bad to live with one? Why is it so bad? Ladies, I'm not a female. I don't date dudes. I don't understand the complexities of what you're experiencing. But on this side of the fence, some things going on here. You know, women are saying they don't need men. You're lying. You're lying to yourself. You do need men. You gotta be joking. And we need you too. But we're not saying that to ourselves. We use you because you're available to be used. You tell yourself a lie. You pretend like you're strong and powerful. You think you're influential, and men take advantage of you because we want what you have, and if we get it for free, great. And it's destroying that community because you don't make us work for it. I got it. And when you make us work for it, it's dinner. Not commitment, not loyalty, not protection, not covering, because you say you don't need that. You don't need that. You don't need that. Yes, you do. And your children need it. Ladies, you're made for children. And you're made for a man. I had a lady tell me that all men want from her is sex. I heard that 1,000 times. Is that true? Men, all you want is sex from women? Ladies, you think all men want sex from you? A question to you, ladies. What else are you offering other than sex? What else? What value are you presenting to men in general? Because you're proclaiming your independence. You don't need anybody. You got your own money. Folks, ladies, if you got your own money, if you work your own job, if you pay your own rent, you buy your own car, that's called being an adult. Every adult should be doing that. The man's value to you is not based on how much money he makes equal to your money you make. That is not the value of a man. Look around you, ladies, wherever you're watching this video, look around on you. In any society, in any culture, in any nation, in any state on this planet. I don't care how far back you go in history. No matter where you find men and women, in the jungle, the deserts, anywhere you find the infrastructure was built by men, protected by men, engaged by men. We build the roads. We do the hunting. We cut the trees down and build the doggone houses. We protect you from the enemy. We bring food for your children. We do that in every culture. That is our job. And you do need a man to do that. I know one lady said, well, you know, yeah, we could. I have a friend of mine said she can drive a 18-wheeler, 80,000 tons, and back it up into Walmart, across country. I don't need a man. I can drive this big old truck everywhere I go. She's 5'3", 113 pounds. I said, well, sure, sweetheart, you can do that now after men have invented power steering and power brakes and automatic transmission. You could go get a 1940 18-wheeler. Go get a 1930 18-wheeler and drive that sucker across country and have to turn that wheel manually and pump them brakes manually and shift that gear manually. They can do that. Women can fly fighter pilots now. They can fight jets now. They can fly them and fight good. Fly by wire. Push a button, fly by wire. You can do that now, but you're still owe to men who invented it, maintained it, presented it, all protect you. Everything in your home, ladies, everything in your home was built by a man to please a woman. We did not have a problem going outside at night to the bathroom. You feared snakes and spiders and anything else out there in the dark. So we have to bring the bathroom in the house for you. The walls had to be built so it wouldn't fall down on you and the kids. We had to do that. That dirt floor was okay for us. We didn't mind dirt. We're men. We don't mind dirt. But your children were in dirt. We have to find a cover for that floor to make that home what it was. Everything around you was done by a man for you to please you. How dare you say you do not need a man? My house has just recovered from the hurricane, Ian. This whole neighborhood was tore up. I drove all around this area. I drove for weeks all around this place in my truck, trying to help people out, bringing food, bringing water, bringing even bug spray. You'd be surprised what you don't have. I didn't see one female out there working, except, full disclosure, the National Guard up the street. The National Guard, those women were working, but they were handing out food. I didn't see them with the heavy equipment. I didn't see them moving the trees around, but they were helping. You needed real men. I didn't see no alpha males, beta males out here. I didn't see men with little phony little onesies on. I didn't see that. What I saw were men protecting their community. We didn't know each other. We just nodded, kept on going. Gotta get it done. Gotta get it done. Because we're men. And all we want from you ladies is to be appreciated. That's why we have military parades for the men. Women can wave at us. That's why we have cheerleaders at basketball games. You can wave at us. Just appreciate the effort. We're not doing it because you tricked us. We're not doing it because you manipulated us. We're not doing it because we want something from you. Ladies, your value is high. Your self-esteem is low because you don't understand the difference between you and every other female on the planet. If I be a woman and I take her out and I treat her right, what's the difference between her and my mother and my sister and my cousin and my niece? I can take them out also. They like to dance. They like to travel. They like to go places, see things. I still got to carry that luggage like I got to carry your luggage. What's the difference between you and every other female in my family? And that's why we date you. That's why we come out and talk to you. That's why we cross the room to meet you. Not because you got the pretty hairdo, not because you got the pretty nails on, not because you're tall, not because you're short. The difference between you and every female in my life is why we cross the room to talk to you. You are valuable. We appreciate you. We love you. We will conquer the world for you, ladies. But we will not be conquered by you. Go find your man.